In Algebra 1, you guys completed the square. You guys remember how to do it? Maybe some of you remember the tiles, algebraic tiles. So x squared, you can write it as x times x. So remember x times x. And there are what? 8 x's, which looks like this. And if you want to evenly separate it, we can put 4 here. And 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1 times x, so these are x's. And this is x by x, so it's x squared. So the question is, completing the square means how many tiles do you need to complete this square? How many? 4 by 4, you need 16 of them. That's how you complete the square. So how would you go from here to here? It is always, you have x squared plus bx plus c. How do you go from b to c? It is b divided by 2, a divided by 2, which is 4, and you square it to get 16. You see how we divide into 2 equal parts, vertically or horizontally, and squared it to get 16? So it's always b over 2 squared equals to c to complete this square. So 11, 14. What do you do from your b? You divide by 2 and square it, so you get 7 squared, which is 49. Can c ever be negative? It becomes it's a square of a number, so it will be always positive. But can b be a negative? It's kind of hard to explain with the drawings, but yes, you can have it as a negative b. You just divide by 2 and square it, so it is negative 11 squared, which gives you 121. Squares, oh, I see. Yeah, that's on the next page. So do I need to go over the other 3? You divide by 2 and square it. So now the question is, how would you write it with the parentheses and square? So what you're doing is basically foiling. Or actually, I'm sorry. So here, when you complete the square and when you write in this form, x minus h squared, you're actually factoring. So here, what's 9 divided by 2? 4.5 squared gives you what? What's 4.5 squared? $20.25. But the reason why we do this is we want to write it in this form, right? X either plus or minus squared. So this is the same thing as factoring. Think of 2 numbers that multiplies to 20.25 and adds to 9. It must be what? 4.5. This 4.5 times 4.5 is 20.25. 4.5 plus 4.5 is 9. So it is x plus 4.5 squared. So as you can see, this number that you put next to x will be always b divided by 2. What about here? So 40 divided by 2 is 20, and 20 squared is 400. Think about 2 numbers that adds to 40 and multiplies to 400, and it has to be the same number. It is x plus 20, positive 20 squared. So this is how we write in the complete square form.